Hello, welcome to Lori's DIY Life. This is Lori. We're going to do some coloring for this video. And what I want to do is I want to do the Spectrum Noir Tri Blends. And these are come from Crafter's Companion. I only pulled in 6 colors. We're going to do an Annabelle Spenceley stamp. This is a photopolymer stamp, and I'm going to stamp it using my precision stamp press. So I'm going to put it where I want it to be on the paper, and then I'm going to come down. Now they say that you need to use, see how that paper did that? That you need to use a, let me pull something to hold this up. Neenah cardstock whenever you do this. I also have alcohol proof dye because these are alcohol inks. And I'm going to stamp my image. This is only brown. It's rustic brown. I think it's the only alcohol proof stamp I have. So, but it'll be okay. It'll work. It sure doesn't seem like there's much color going on this stamp. Well, let's try it. That's why we got the positioner right. Okay, they say to use the Neenah cardstock. It's a smooth cardstock. I don't have the Neenah. I don't remember what brand this is. Oh yes, it's stamped nicely, but what is this line? I guess that's the hairline going down. Okay, it's stamped nicely. Very good. Excuse me. Now they also say to anyways, I have that on paper is found online. Somebody suggested this, and it's like super cheap compared to the Neenah, and basically works the same. So we'll see. Now they also always suggest that you have another paper underneath your paper to absorb. This is the Annabelle Spenceley. This is all dressed up. This is also from Crafter's Companion. Some of this stuff. Okay. So they say to keep a piece of paper underneath of it. Let me cover my stamp pad. I've got one here that's not, a couple of here I haven't even opened. Okay, so I'm going to start with her skin. Why? Because that's the scariest part always. So they say that this is what's nice about the Tri Blends, right? So the alcohol markers supposedly blend really nice. And usually, I guess, people use 3 colors: the dark shade, a medium shade, and a light shade. The Tri Blends have all those shades all together in one marker. So it's kind of a long pen because it has those different shades. I don't know how it works. I'm not sure, but anyways, we're going to do like they suggest, and we're going to lay light wherever we're going to put the dark, and that's going to be all around the side, basically a little bit under her nose and maybe the mouth. Okay, now we're going to take always make sure they're capped really well also, because they say that they will dry up real easy. Okay, then you take the dark shade. The dark shade should come, and that's, I guess, it blends easier if you already have it wet. Okay, then once you have the dark shade down, you got to get the medium shade. Okay, the medium shade only goes over the edge of the dark. Now, if you noticed, I left some of it white, and some of them will color in the whole thing the light color. But then some of them say, no, preserve that white so that you know you're preserving light for the highlight. Now I'm going to go back to the light and blend the medium. And you're just going to where that other color meets the one. And that's it. Now, always be careful that you do not overblend. Here's the thing, Sarah Davies, who's the one that created Crafter's Companion and all that, she overblends, and she says that the other one always gives her a hard time, Leanne, and tells her, wait, let it dry, look at it first, then you can always go back and change it. Now I want to do her neck, so I'm going to start with the light under here, and just right there, and I'm going to take the dark because it's under her face, so you would see some shadow there. That's why I'm putting the dark. Then I'm going to blend the medium in. Then I'm going to come back with the light, and this is kind of hard because the neck is so small. The hands, okay, I'm just going to put, of course sometimes, yep, the area is too small, and you're going to color it all in, you know, but try to keep a little bit white. So the dark is going to be right underneath the sleeve. At least that's where I would put it. And then the mid color is going to come in and just hit that tip so that it's all going to blend. All you do, and they recommend circles, so just where it all meets. And then I want to go to the light again, and just where that medium reaches. Okay, that's her hands. Now I'm going to do her little legs. And of course, like always, start with the light, which is not bad. You end with the light and one. Some people just go ahead and start right in with the dark without wetting it first. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. But most people start with the light and just basically they're wetting it. They're just getting the paper wet and ready to do blending. That's all they're doing. So we're gonna blend that down, and then we're gonna go to the light. Now some people even so much not just even leave the light to come in with the light color, but they'll leave the white, and it'll make it look like it's shiny or something, you know, like that's where the light's coming in. Okay, and that was all done with Fair Skin Blend. Can you see that? Now don't judge. You gotta wait and give this ink time to dry, because that's when you see how good it is. Okay. Now I want to go do the dress, and I picked, what did I get the green for? I got green, blue, and purple. And I don't remember 3 colors. I remember getting 2. Well, I know I don't want to do, oh, that's for around her. I know I don't want to do green and purple. So let me do the blue. Oh, this isn't even open yet. Shame on me. I should have had it opened. Oh, shame on me. Oops. Should be using a more. Okay. I'm going to do I want to do the bottom or the top of the dress? I'll do the bottom of the dress in this. So again, I'm going to start with the light, and I'm going to do it bigger, and I'm going to kind of leave it, you know, a little bit liney like this, because that's the way I do it. Okay. And actually, we're probably going to want to go down even more than that, because I don't know if you can see the lines in this, but that will all go away with these alcohol markers. You will not even see that. Okay, now I'm going to go to the dark, and anywhere there would be shadow, I'm going to hit with a line of dark, and I'm assuming there would be some shadow by there. I'm going to go down the lines. This one is going to be, I think, mostly shadow. Along the arms, along the purse. Not too much there, but down in here. Okay. Now you can really see what I'm doing, huh? Now I'm going to take the mid color, and I'm going to do those circles. Just where I'm only going over the dark, right where it mixes. And then I can go down with my color, but I'm only going over the dark, right where the edges touch, if that makes sense. Because you just, well, I guess what it's doing is letting the lighter color lighten the darker color a little bit. So when you do that, that's how it blends better. So if you go too far over, you're taking away all the shading you put in. If that makes sense. Yeah, I hope it does. So if I was to keep going over this and over this and over this with the light, then it would lighten the color of the dress. Now these colors are very close together, so we may not even see where it's blended. And I can already see that I need some more mid right there, because it is too light. And see, the whole thing lightens as it goes. So this might have been a bad choice of colors. But also, maybe I should have waited to see how it dried. You know? Okay, what else do I want to be blue? her shoes. How about we do her shoes? And you know, I'm not going to try to blend the shoes. I'm just going to go in with the mid color because they're just too small. And we're just going to say that that's all in the light anyways. And look at, there's some ear and I didn't do that skin color. I want to show you up close and see if you can see how nice that skin tone turned out. I hope you can tell. I hope it shows. I'm going to have to put a little bit of skin color on her ear. And since it's so small, I'm not going to try to blend it. So I'm just going to go with the medium tone. Okay, now I'm going to do her shirt. In my plans were purple. I wanted to do purple in it. And, this is pink violet. Pink violet blend. So I love the way these turn out, and when you get the right colors, man, I'm telling you. Wow. And there's some techniques that truly amazing. And if we have time, maybe we'll try some of them. Now with the Tri Blends, if you get the collection, you can also get the shades, which carries the colors 3 colors darker, so you can actually do 6 step downs. Okay, so where do I think the shadow would be? Probably here, and of course this is the light, so I want to make sure maybe here, 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 maybe a little bit there. So we're gonna now go in with the dark, and I'm not gonna put too much shadow because it's pretty small, this little shirt. Okay, now I'm gonna take the medium and I'm gonna do the little circles and just go over that dark. See, it doesn't look blended very well, but we have to wait. Okay. And now back to the light. And we're just gonna go over those edges a little bit and see. Okay, and that might be too much light. Well, we'll give it some more time to dry. I'm gonna do the bow. I've got some light. I'm just gonna do shadows in the lines. That would be shadowed because that's the inside. That's it. That's the only shadow I'm gonna give it. So in there and on the lines, maybe up there. Okay. And now for the mid color, of course, and back to the light. So over, see if you can see what I'm doing. Over where the mid-tone is. And they say if you hear that squeak, it might be annoying, but they say that's good. It's good to hear the squeak. That's a good sign. So, there we go. Now, let me think. I don't like the way the purple's looking here. It's too much. It went from too dark to too low. I'm gonna, oh look, I missed the dress in there. I'm gonna color this purse. See, now that it's starting to dry, you can kind of see the stuff better. So I'm gonna go under here. Here's a line, go there, go there, go there. And then come in with some mid shade. I guess I should have done her bow green or something. That blue-green aqua color. Because there's not much her shoes and her earrings are, so that's okay. And back to the light. Now, you can really see the difference in the shade, and I'm not too crazy about it. So I think I'm going to come in with a little bit more mid-tone and then hit some light. See here, you can really see. So sometimes if your colors, you can see these are supposed to be done for you. Maybe I'm messing up. But sometimes if your blends are too close together, you don't get a good blend. And sometimes if they're not close enough, you don't get a good blend. So and I've done some amazing stuff in it. I don't know, maybe these colors just don't want to work for me. But you can see maybe I'm just putting too much shadow in. Maybe that's what I'm doing. Maybe it's my fault for the shadow. I want to give her, where's the light? This is the light. I just want to put a little bit. Oops, I didn't mean to put that much. A little bit of blue. And you know what I messed up? I didn't bring in any red or pink for her cheeks. Do you want to see how she's looking so far? See the blending in the bow? I like the way the bow blended. That turned out really good. See, it's so cute. I love these Annabelle Spenceley stamps. I love them. Okay, oh, we gotta have some of this blue, and I'm just gonna use the mid-tone because it's right here. And I think it's too small to shade. And so usually that's what I do, is use the mid-tone when it's like that. I don't know if that's the right thing. I've had a hard time finding anybody that says what to do. Okay, for her hair, I got golden brown blend. And with the hair, I don't play around with the hair. Hair can be a difficult thing. So I just kind of do these kind of strokes, and they'll show flicks, and you can do that, but that works better with the brush pens. So like the illustrators, and they are coming out with some new pens that are the Tri Blends with the brush pen. So I'm excited about that. Then I'll take the dark, and I'm just gonna follow the lines, and that's kind of what I do. Whoops, I missed that little piece right there. And the thing about hair, and like even when I was young, my hair was very streaky. So I just leave it that way. And then I'm gonna kind of, see, I don't like doing the circles around the hair, so I kind of just try to do the, just don't like circles in the hair. It just doesn't feel normal. So I just kind of go in that, and I'm not really blending anymore, you know what I mean? So I might be doing it wrong, and I shouldn't be doing it this way, but now I'm going back in with the light. And I just go around and see if that's gonna work for later on. Now I got the top part of her hair, and I'm gonna tell you something. This little strand right here, she's golden blonde or golden brown, but if you're doing a blonde, you make that strand super light, but put a color on it and it'll add something. But it needs to be light, because if you ever look at a blonde, when you pull one strand away, it's not as dark as the rest. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of streaky dark, just because, even though that wouldn't be shadowed, but because her hair is gonna have a streaky look. So anyways, that's why I say put that little bit of color in on that line. Most people don't. I like it that way, so I usually do. It just kind of, in the end, it makes a difference. And so there is my girl, and of course you can't tell right now how her hair is going to turn out, because it's too soon and it still has to dry. But look, let me show you this. See how that color comes through like that? Well, it's supposed to do that. They say that's good when it does that. That means you're using your markers the way you're supposed to. I've got some marks on this paper, and this is why you put another paper down, because this paper now takes it in so that this paper doesn't take it back in. You see, that's why that works. Okay, it's kind of starting to show a little blend now, more in the skirt. Now here's one thing to do. She's hanging in the air. She's looking chill. She's looking cute. But we gotta finish her off. Oh, not that kind of finish her off. I mean, finish coloring her off. Okay. So we're gonna take light gray, light whatever I'm gonna do, light ice blue blend, and I'm going to use the lightest color. The secret to this is, it's not much of a secret. Sarah Davies does this all the time. That's where I got it from. You outline her now in this light blue, and you just go around and you outline her. And she says it helps to hide anywhere you've gone out of the lines. Doesn't completely, but it helps. And it kind of doesn't make her feel so just out there in space, sort of. Now, they also like to do a little shadow underneath, and it depends on what you're using it for. If you're going to be cutting her out, no, don't do that. But if you're going to be putting it on like that, then we'll try doing a little shadow underneath, just to make her seem like she's not flying in the air. She's not levitating or anything, you know, she's grounded. I'm not good at it, so I'll worry about that. But we'll try it and see what happens. Normally that doesn't work so well for me, but we will give it a try. Okay, so that looks better. What did I do with my cap? There it is. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't bring a color to do the shadow on the ground. But see how that it just helps. It just does do something. So I guess we want to take, I don't know, the only color I really didn't use is this green. We could do the color from her hair. Well, we'll see. I'll do the green because we haven't used it. So we're gonna take, and guess we'll lay out. You see the sun is coming from this direction. Oh, that's light. That's too dark. That's the light color. That's too dark. That was a bad mistake. I should have checked that color first, because that's the light. And see, yeah, you're not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be very light, and then you're supposed to be able to come in with the dark and just give a little bit and a little bit of the medium, just a little bit. Oh, that was a bad, you know what, that honestly might be what happened to me last time too, and I thought, ooh, why didn't I check that color? And now I'm gonna back over, see how dark that light is with the light. But see, it should be very light, like they usually do, like a light gray. I guess I should have done the hair color. That would have been safer. But you just do a very light, just to make her look like she's standing on the ground a little bit. You know, just a little shadow. And that was way too much. Way too much. And it shouldn't be so solid either. You know, there should be like air in there because it's a shadow. So, but I'm obviously not going to get that lighter. So what do you think? Do they look nice? I love these markers. See the bow. I did a good job on the bow. Did a good job on the purse. It's just a very light. And then the skirt, the colors were so close together. There, you couldn't see the little bit, but it's just not. The colors were too close. And then I didn't really like the way it blended on the shirt. I guess I should have just done there and come down with the light and done it that way. So I'm still learning all this stuff. And that's the thing is, sometimes when you're a beginner, it's hard to find this stuff online for beginners, you know. So I love these Annabelle Spenceley stems. And we are done. If you want to see more of my videos, and of course I want to make it easier for beginners. I want you to find one place to go to and we can explore different things. If you want to talk about something, if you want me to try something, look, I'm not afraid of looking ridiculous and making a mistake. I will do it. So hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can see my videos when they come up. And I would appreciate if you hit that like button. Okay, I hope to see you for my next video. Thank you.